Hey, what's going on? It's G-Ball Vision. Today I have a new knife here to share with you, and this one is coming in from Kansept. They have been on absolute fire lately. Now, while I get this opened up, let me know down in the comments what your EDC is today. This is going to be a brand new release for Kansept, and not only that, this is a new release designed by Laconico, and he is one of my favorite knife designers in the entire world. And not only that, but look at the size of this thing. Oh man, when I first saw this knife, I thought it looked awesome, and then I started to look at the specs of this thing. Look at this, guys. This is the new Bison here, Laconico design with Kansept, and these are going to, from what I saw, remain very affordable for what they are. I believe almost all of them come in under $200. We're going to be looking at S35VN here. We have a very Laconico design. We have that clip point, black wash blade, S35. Kansept does a great job with their S35. And then they have a bunch of different combinations that you can run with as far as coated, uncoated blades. They have a bunch of different finishes on the titanium. I will have them linked down below, and from what I remember seeing, most of them, if not all of them, are still in stock. They were just released as of recording this not too long ago, and this is another testament, I think, to Kansept really stepping up their fit and their finish. The products that they are putting out, they have just taken a huge leap compared to where they used to be. This has to be one of the most excited I have ever been for a Kansept, because recently, as I said, they have been on fire and just been putting out extremely solid knives. And them teaming up with Laconico to put out this monster folder here, I was hoping it would be phenomenal, and we're going to see about that here. But based on the size, this is already starting to be right up my alley. Now, as I said, we are looking at a full titanium handle, backspacer, pocket clip here. It is going to be right hand only as far as mounting positions for that pocket clip. A very standard milled tie clip. And we do have good access to the lock bar. A lot of companies are going to this here, where you chamfer out both sides internally there and keep the show side kind of clean. And then that still allows you to get in there very easily and disengage this knife. Now, we are looking at thumb studs for deployment. And then you have this kind of guard here on the top and the bottom. A lot of people will really like that. Kind of gives it a very tactical type of look. Now, what kind of size are we really going to be looking at here with the Bison? Let's go ahead and get the old tape measure out here. And we are going to be at, let's get a good one. Boy, almost 4 inches of cutting edge. We're at like 3 15/16 of cutting edge, 4 5/16 of total blade, and this bad boy is coming down there at 9 9/16 overall. We'll bring out our normal host of comparison knives here. We have the Benchmade Bug Out up top here, and we have the Kaiser Drop Bear here on the bottom. And you'll see this thing just towers over both of those. We'll go to the next set, and we got the full-size Vosteed Raccoon up top and the Spyderco Para 3 down here on the bottom. Here again, going to tower over both of those. And we have the Kaiser Militao full-size up top, which the Bison is much larger, and it doesn't happen very often. We bring out the big dog, the CJRB Frac, to pretty much put most knives in their place as far as size goes. And you're going to see the Bison is not pissing around here. It's going to be bigger on both ends, and it's going to be substantially bigger. Now, what are we going to be looking at here in the pocket? I think we'll have a little bit poking out here. Good retention over that initial ramp And we'll slide this up, give this a look-see here in the pocket. And that's going to look clean in the pocket. You have the straight milled clip here, nothing fancy going on. You'll have a little bit poking out of the pocket there, but that'll be a nice spot to grab a hold of this knife and retrieve it out of the pocket. This is a great looking knife. Now we'll bring out the arch nemesis here and we'll give this thing a weight check. I was on point for like 2 weeks, and recently I, kind of fell off, but let's give this thing a weight check here. I don't know, guys. Put your guesses in now. Let's say 4.8. I don't know. Wow. Oh, shit. 6.7 and 190 grams. It's still very early. Let's just say it's early right now when I am recording this, and yeah. So let's see here. Let's get a handle thickness on this guy. 0.49 for our handle thickness, so it's not overly thick. We'll get a reading here on the blade stock, and 134 thousandths. So it's not overly thick on our blade stock either. Let's see how this thing comes down. We'll get a measurement here on the behind the edge, and about 21 thousandths in that particular spot with that particular hold. And for the size of this knife, I would say that is pretty damn good to come down 21 there. Let's see how this thing cuts out of the box. And for that, we'll go ahead and use our SMKW catalog here. Clip point blade, going to be a great piercer. No question about that. We'll go ahead and run this up against some cardboard too. Oh, man, guys. Guys. Come on, guys. Yeah. Kansept has not been pissing around whatsoever with the Tenable line, with the Kansept line for sure. This thing is razor sharp. Ooh. To put it in perspective how early it is, I've only had 1 cup of coffee. Let's go ahead and we'll check this on some cardboard. We'll do just a single layer here. We do have some tape, so let's see how this thing reacts to that. I'm not even going to put much into it, just enough to go through. I'll put a little into it here. Ain't no thing for a chicken wang. And you can get a great handle on this thing, and if you needed to, you could choke up into this 50-50 area if you really had to get into something, needed a little bit more control. Not quite a finger choil, but let's see here. Ooh, I went right through that tape. Yeah, this thing is going to be a hell of a cutter. I've always been a big fan of Kansept just because in a world where a lot of things can start to look the same and be the same, they have always done something just a little different. Their designs are always a little more out there, and that's something I appreciate. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be functional and or work well. They have always done a great job, but here over the last year, they have really done a phenomenal job, and this thing is right up my alley. We've been waiting for a long time for these companies to start putting out some larger knives. So what we will do here is run this through a couple of checks. We are centered up there. Do we have any detent lash? Nope, I don't feel any detent lash. It's got a good detent. I don't feel any pivot lashing or movement in there. And as far as our lockup goes, up and down feels good. I mean, this thing feels rock solid, guys. We're looking at a 40% lockup there, which is phenomenal. As far as our hardware goes, let's see if what they did here. We got T8 on the pivot, T8 on the body. Very nice, very good. Let's make sure they're tight. Yep, tight, tight. Tight. Good job. And then T6 on the clip, which, you know, that is kind of what it is. That really don't matter because you're not going to be switching it. And I don't know that you would need to take that off in order to take this apart. And even if you did, in my experience, their T6 has always been just fine and even gotten better. So let's go ahead and we'll see what the Bison is made out of here. We do have a coated blade. And is that uncoated in there? Did they remember? Yeah, they did. I don't see any overspray. Everything looks polished off. So that is exactly what we want to see there. Let's go ahead and give this thing a couple of taps. Okay. Okay. Good. This thing sounds like a tank. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Yeah. That's exactly what we want. If you've ever thought to yourself, damn, I'd like a mini folding sword to carry around in my pocket, well, this might be a good option for you here. Whoo, baby. Look at this. Yes. Excellent job. I mean, excellent. I could do without the logo there on the blade. Move that to the pivot. I'd like a longer backspacer. I wish it was left-hand friendly. But, you know, other than a couple of, you know, if you're right-handed, that means nothing to you. Backspacer, you know, that's getting very nitpicky, and so is the logo there. That looks good. It looks clean. But, you know, it would be even better if it, you know, they did a non-told pivot, put the logo there, call it a done deal. But all in all, this thing is badass. Ray Laconico does it again here, and Kansept does it again as well. This thing is awesome. I don't care what you say, but let me know what you think of the Bison, and let me know what you think of Kansept and Tenable's latest run here. Have you had any of Kansept's newer knives, Tenable's newer knives? And if so, let everyone know what you think of them. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share this video with all your friends and family. That helps push it out there so more people can check the video out. If you are new to the channel and you enjoy knives and EDC, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe. I release daily videos just like this. I'll pop up a couple of new videos, one of them on the newest CMB and one of them on my latest gear videos. Love you all. Catch you on the next one. Have a great day.